Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks around the world. Welcome to a very special episode of Hangin at Inti HQ, live at Inti Creates headquarters in beautiful Chiba, Japan. I am your host, Inti Creates producer and localization director, Matt Papa, and I am joined by this motley crew of awesome folks. I'm going to start on my far right with my man, fellow Inti boy.
Yeah, Andrew Singleton here, localizer at Inti Creates. We have some special guests, but you know me.
You know this guy, he's always with me here. But join me today, my dear friends, the hosts of the legendary video games awesome, Fraser and Becky. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. It's been an absolute...
I'm in Japan.
You are. You guys have been in Japan for a while now.
Yeah, dude. He says that every month.
I'm in Japan!
Japan, bro! So, this is particularly cool for me because, you know, I love you guys. I love the work you guys have done for ages.
Thank you.
But this isn't your first time here at Inti headquarters, is it?
This was probably where it all began. The reason that we're in Japan now.
Right. So I want to take a quick minute to kind of like appreciate the craziness that is kind of happening here. That, you know, these fine folks in the chat may not be aware of. Yeah. Yeah. So I first met you guys. It's been over 3 years ago now. When you were right here in this very office, in that room right over yonder.
Yeah.
And you guys were here on another stream for us.
Yeah.
Helping us. That was for the Bloodstained Kickstarter finale.
With Igarashi-sama and the whole gang in here.
The whole gang.
Ben Judd and everybody all gathered together.
Aiji-san behind the bench there. Everybody was there.
Bringing the beers in for us.
Yeah.
The like 8
Drinking at 8 a.m.
Oh, it was great.
It was good stuff. Trying to figure out how to like broadcast with my entire setup, but from another continent. It was pretty crazy.
It was nuts. And then this was even before your time.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like so, like this is like
that was a while ago.
It's all these things are coming full circle. It's
crazy because
that was you guys' like first time in Japan, right?
And we had 48 hours notice to get over here and do it. We had no idea.
We didn't know that we would even like it.
I suspect we weren't the first choice for host, but we were the most
We
available.
all should have been because you guys were great.
Here.
You guys did great.
And from that moment forward, we basically fell in love with Japan. And like, long story short, we are here now. We live here now because of that stream.
Here.
Yeah,
It's wild.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing what a live stream can do to your life?
Yeah.
People think it's
See, guys?
So like the whole
That's all it takes.
like just everything about this it just makes me so happy because not only are you guys back for your second round of Inti streaming, but it's Dragon Mark for Death Day, people. Like,
so I don't even know like how big a deal this is, and I hope people won't hate me for it. But I know nothing about this game.
Well, it's frankly a huge deal. Like, so today's already January 31st here in Japan, so it's technically where we are sitting here right now. It is technically release day. The game is out here in Japan.
Because we're in the future.
We are in the future.
Oh wait, can I swear?
PG-13.
All right.
PG-13.
I'll keep it to
PG-13. PG-13.
Game's rated T, right?
T for teen.
Yes.
They get to say things like damn, hell, ass. Anything Bart Simpson would say.
Yes.
All right. I got it.
Keep it kind of heckin' clean.
All right.
But for you guys in you guys in North America, Europe, it's almost here. So this is kind of like release day eve for all of our friends in the West.
So is this based on is this a running series? Is this something that...
So Dragon Mark for Death has been in development for about 10 years.
Oh, that's one of those.
Years. The game originally was planned to be like, I remember I used to post this on Twitter and it gained a whole bunch of things. This game was originally planned to be a PSP game.
Oh, really?
PSP, not Vita, PSP.
All right, so...
And then there was talks of it going to be like a 3DS game. And the game's development has a very long development limbo for many years, and a fiery dragon rising from the ashes. It came back, and the team has been going full in. Like this game is easily one of the biggest in terms of sheer amount of content and everything you can do. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, game we've ever made in Inti's 20+ year history.
That's wild. Are you guys excited for it? You pumped?
I hope so.
They're gonna be pissed off at me just by virtue of me playing a game that
Yeah,
I don't know anything about, but they've been waiting 10 years
honestly,
for. I'm gonna be like a
honestly,
pariah
though,
before the stream starts.
I think that's part of because you guys are going into this completely blind.
Yeah, completely blind.
So and that's part. I think that's part of the experience.
It's brand new. I mean, this is like a whole new world for us, and you know, a completely new style of game, like a action RPG, like platformer.
Like this series, like we've been making 2D action games for eons now. But you know, with the amount of depth and story and like all the RPG elements that are in this game, it really is something that's like a whole new level.
Is it funny?
For an Inti game.
I like funny games. We got humor.
Maybe. I mean, think about the title for a second. Dragon Marked for Death.
I mean, there's some humor in there, right?
See, that thing was a fan favorite the last time. That was a fan favorite last time we had that on.
Matt gave me this just to like get ready, and the first thing that happened is I talked to a kangaroo, and it said "nay." His name is Horse.
The kangaroo / horse was a legend in our last stream.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody loves. He's a good boy. And everybody
So
loves
I'm
him.
happy. But
Yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't some funny parts.
Oh yeah, it is not completely void of humor.
Not exactly
Oh,
a comedy.
All right.
But you know, I would say it's like a dark fantasy.
It's not Benny
setting.
Hill Simulator.
No, it is definitely not.
But we
a
can
Benny
make that
Hill
theme while we play, right?
I mean, you could. I would not judge you. Not judge you even a little bit.
The
But-
comedy comes from our lack of ability.
That's true. When you get in there
somewhere.
and you know you're just out there flailing around with 4-player multiplayer, yeah, it might get pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now, see, when you guys stream a lot of games like going in blind from the beginning, right?
It tends to be what we do,
Yeah.
We
Pretty
try
much all
to
of them.
figure it out, usually to the chagrin of the audience when we don't, we're fumbling about. I think most streamers may be going with some semblance of knowledge or like know-how, but we always go in pure blind.
I honestly think
And
that's the best.
That
I
can,
truly do.
It depending on the game, it can be harder or easier to figure out, get your bearings in a game while live, reading a chat, talking to an audience with lights blaring on you. So
Well, good thing you have two Dragon Mark for Death senpais here to
I think
help
that'll
guide
be
you
in
guys
safe hands. Carry me, senpai. Carry me.
to get you all started. So before we jump into the gameplay, there's a couple things I want to talk about, just to kind of get everyone on the same level, and so you guys are ready to go for release day. So my first bit of news is, of course, the release of Dragon Marked for Death. The digital version of Dragon Marked for Death is going to hit the eShop for you folks in the West tomorrow, January 31st. And so if you haven't seen how the game is for sale on the eShop yet, it's a little bit of a unique way that we're selling Dragon Marked for Death, which is, as far as I know, the first time this has been done on the Nintendo Switch. So it's basically, there's Dragon Marked for Death Frontline Fighters and Dragon Marked for Death Advanced Attackers. It is like basically how it works
That
is
sounds like the same thing. Like, doesn't it sound like the same?
Well, basically,
synonym?
you get what I love alliteration.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
big alliteration
Oh, okay.
fan. And so basically how it works is you get the entire game's content, the full game, start to finish, with 2 characters.
Okay.
So Frontline
it's like-
Fighters is basically, you can play through the entire game as the Empress and or Warrior, and Advanced Attackers you can play through the entire game as Shinobi and or Witch. Now, so you can get one of those on the eShop, and you're like, okay, I'm going to start off with Empress and Warrior, and you're like, you know, I want to give the Shinobi and Witch a try. At any point, you can just go into the DLC menu and buy the other 2 characters. And
how much is the other 2 characters?
so each pack is $14.99. Each pack is $14.99.
And then together you have the
USD?
full game
USD,
price,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
So,
interesting.
And
It's kinda like
we get asked a lot, like,
Pokemon.
why we did it this way. And what we wanted to do is, I think it creates, like, it makes it financially easier for people to
it's like you get a little
experience the
sampling.
game. You know, I'm sure everybody at a glance has, like, one character probably more than the others that they're interested in.
Do you get a lot more when you add those 2 characters in, story-wise or otherwise?
So
or
each
is it-
character kind of has, like, their own thing that they do. Like, so as you'll see when we're in the game, each character has their own. You play as each character separately from each other. So like each character will have their own levels and their own amount of progress in the story.
Okay.
So
Was there ever any, like, maybe possibly splitting all 4 up? Did you guys think of at any point, or?
We've definitely been through some iterations.
Yeah, there's
trying
been
to
a lot of
figure
different
out
iterations,
what
but
to
I think
do,
this.
I think we hit on.
I think
really
this
good,
is a pretty nice way because
Cool.
I want people to be able to experience the game and making you know, everybody's tight for money these days, and any, you know,
kind of like Pokemon Mauve and Taupe.
Mauve and Taupe.
Those classic games.
So that's going to be available tomorrow for you guys who are still in the 30th, who are in the past. When your respective eShops update. So for North America, that's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m/noon Eastern. And for the folks in Europe, that is 3 p.m. CET. So as soon as those eShops update, boom, 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 you are ready to go.
Can I have it for free?
Maybe.
Thank you. Thank you for your consideration.
Now, for those of you who love physical media and have some patience, Dragon Mark for Death is coming out physically in retail in North America and Europe. So we have a physical...
in Japan?
Oh, in Japan too.
Oh, okay.
But this is for our outside of Japan friends.
Okay.
So that is coming via our publishing partners at Nighthawk Interactive. It's coming March 26th to retail in Europe and North America. Now, what's cool about the physical version is it is an all-in-one pack. It has all 4 characters. It has built-in the DLC that we have available. We have, I guess, like a season pass type thing going on with like extra quests, a whole brand new storyline that's coming later. All of that's packed in to the physical version.
How much that gonna set me back?
$49.99.
Have it for free?
Maybe. If you ask really nicely.
Is it available at Blockbuster?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Blockbuster.
So rental?
And
Hollywood
Toys
Video.
R Us and Hollywood Video. Yes. I was about to drop some like local chains, but I don't think any of you guys would know
Sears
that.
still around?
They're dying, man.
They
Sears
used
is
to
on
have
like
that
life
big-
support.
That big game
Finally.
catalog.
Kmart.
Imagine over that
Yeah,
giant
Kmart. Yeah. Poor Sears.
Ooh,
I think
is
on
that
life
what it's gonna
support.
look like?
Yes, that is the.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's a pretty
There you
nifty.
go.
I love that
Pretty.
box art so much. It is so cool.
What? It's like it's sitting on the table.
That's gorgeous.
It is.
Aizu-san.
He's a clever boy.
Ten-sided.
He's a clever boy. So that's the game itself, and I got a couple new tidbits of information that will be going live in maybe like 30 minutes. But since you guys are here with us, I want to give you a little bit of an early peek at some cool stuff we got going on. So, since it is release day here in Japan, Dragon Mark for Death character artist, the legendary Toru Nakayama, who has been creating amazing characters for Inti games ever since the Mega Man Zero series, has put together a special, like, I guess celebratory wallpaper image that he did. It's a brand new illustration. We're gonna get that up there. Look how cool that is. It's like this really badass looking like mural style.
Is it for our background of our stream?
Maybe not this time, but it can be for the background of
Can
your.
we put it up here?
That would be pretty cool. But it will be for the background of your mobile device, PC, whatever you got. Once our website updates in 30-ish minutes or so. So that's going to go live on the website at noon. So you can go to dragonmfd.com after the stream's over and get yourself that rockin' rad image.
They
I know
like
Bro
it.
says, "Oh, that is neat."
It is very neat. It is very neat. So
That's
thank you to
nice.
Mr. Toru Nakayama for continuing to make amazing art for us.
Arigato, Nakayama-san.
So now the next thing we got is we also have a new video that's coming out in about 30 minutes or so. The sound team has been around the world and back putting the Dragon Mark for Death soundtrack together. Now, when I said
literally?
this yes, literally. When I said like this has been like a crazy experience for us, this game is Inti Creates' very first fully orchestrated game soundtrack. Very first.
What?
First time ever.
You got the Philharmonic?
Dude. And you'll see it in a minute.
What?
Ippo Yamada, our sound mastermind, the man with the plan at the sound team, literally went around the world in like a week. Going to all these different places that you will see to make this happen. And it was insane.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Dang.
And when I say around the world, I literally mean around
Is
the
it
world.
behind the scenes? Of
Yeah,
It? Like
yeah.
it all got vlogged?
Yes, it
Nice.
did. He brought his camera, and it was great. So let's fire up the video. Let's take a look at the world of Dragon Mark for Death through music. Video, please. What'd y'all think?
Dang,
Isn't that awesome?
That's impressive.
Where'd he find all those people?
Right? So
it's crazy to think of how much work actually went into.
Yeah, you see like all of those people contributing their talents.
And they did all that for free?
I sincerely doubt it, but that would be so messed up.
I have 2 questions. My first question is, would you ever release the sheet music?
Ooh.
I wonder.
That's Epo, that's all his thing.
Okay, the second question is, can people buy the OST?
Hopefully, sooner rather than later. That is something I am working on. I cannot make any promises right now as to where, when, and how it would be available. But trust me when I say that is definitely something I want to make happen.
Cool.
So stay tuned for any information about that, because I really, really, really want to get that soundtrack out there. Because so many people from literally around the world, they went to Boston, they went to Prague in Czech Republic, they went to Slovakia, they went to Malaysia, Okinawa, literally around the world.
That's crazy.
So cool.
And he did all. Evo made that trip in like literally the span of a week. So he went from Boston to Prague to Kuala Lumpur back to Tokyo in the span of a week.
Wow.
And he was working through it all, actually doing creative work.
Yes,
which
as you
ridiculous.
saw right there, like.
Because if I miss like an hour of sleep, all creative juices are gone. They're drained.
Well, my man, he pulled through, and
that's crazy.
that is the end result. So
nice.
Hats off to a man in the next room over. So you guys, the soundtrack really is truly a treat, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it firsthand.
I love that was created too, because a lot of times people just hear the music in the background and they don't know all the work that went into it. It's so nice to have
it's true. And we actually have
a few other videos.
We have a few other like soundtrack related videos on the Inti YouTube channel talking about like there's an interview. Well, no, for Dragon Mark for Death.
Oh, for Dragon Mark.
Yeah, like more of like that kind of stuff. We have like interview with some of the composers, and then what was the other one that we had? There's another one too. The first one that we did. I'm drawing a big blank right now, but it is on the after the stream. After the stream, you can go to the Inti YouTube channel and you can see all the goodness there. So finally, before we get
just recognized that that's my pledge shirt. One of my viewers
did you rob Fraser of his shirt?
Rob.
No, we just shop at the same place here.
Is that a Uniqlo shirt?
I got to see.
No, it's
GU.
So yeah, but that music stuff, really cool. Yeah. They could have just ripped the soundtrack off of Lord of the Rings, but they decided to make own.
It better.
That's impressive.
Bold statement. Making it better than the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. So, finally, before we get in, I know y'all are chomping at the bit for us to get into the gameplay, and we will do that. But first, Dragon Mark for Death, when you guys download it on your Switches, we have a big Day 1 update that is adding a truckload of improvements, features, all that kind of good stuff. I got a handy-dandy little list here. Ooh. So if you can bear with me for a minute, I want to give you guys the full breadth of what's coming in this big update so you guys can know exactly what we're working with. So, from the top, just some general all-encompassing stuff. So Japanese voices can now be selected and assigned during character creation. 4 additional voice options have been added for each character. So
wait, so every character can have a different swapped out voice?
Yes.
So
like you can choose. You can. Each character now has 8 possible voice options.
Wow.
That you can choose when you're creating your character.
That reminds me of like how they did it in what's the game with the dildo bat. You know the
what?
Saints Row.
Saints Row. Every character you could have different voices included. And it was just like gibberish, like da 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 da. That's really cool though. Yeah, you can have like your own personality.
And we got some very talented Japanese voice actors and actresses to participate in this game.
Oh yeah.
We have the full list of them all.
And you did that for both languages?
That's Japanese voice.
Oh, it's all Japanese.
Yeah, it's all Japanese, and they did a fantastic job.
Awesome.
So you can also now reallocate your bonus stat points you get when you level up using a Dragonite item.
Yeah, I think the feature people would want.
Yes. Sure. So when you're leveling up and you're assigning all your like stat points, and you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I wanted some more strength and not so much intelligence or whatever.
How many times can you respec?
As long as you have a Dragonite item.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those like
give the item and you can reset all your stats. So you can be as picky as you want.
Are those items rare?
not super common.
Because like, yeah, I like that in games.
You'll get a few from quests.
Yeah, you'll get some. You'll get some.
Yeah,
so no worries there.
Cool.
A few guaranteed ones. Whether random drops or not.
Yeah. Character levels are now displayed on the character select screen, with unused characters being marked as new. So before you play, you know exactly where all your characters stand. That's a big update to the UI. The durability of Dragon Spheres has been adjusted. And if you've watched a stream before, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the Dragon Spheres. It's a very cool item that you will get to see when you start playing, and it's very, very, very cool. But I'm not talking to say about that for now.
No spoilers.
Detailed information about items obtained on quests can now be viewed on the quest results screen. And that is a big one. So now when you get these items on the quest, you know if you got something really awesome or something, I think maybe that's not as good as what I got. And you will know that right away.
Where to sell.
When your character levels up, information about what each stat parameter does will be visible. So you know exactly what you're dealing with now. And we made a whole bunch of improvements to the multiplayer mode, which is the kind of the meat and potatoes of the Dragon Marked for Death experience. Players can now change their equipment and more while waiting in the matchmaking lobby.
Ooh, nice.
Changes to the user interface and how that information is displayed have also been changed as well. And that was a big one that we got. And I know some other games that have like added that. I just think of like Splatoon 2 that like added that like in like a patch. And everyone was like, "Hallelujah!"
Yeah.
Like,
wait, you can now in Splatoon?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Holy
God.
crap!
Right? See, that's what I mean.
Can you change weapons now too? Wow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a big deal.
Brilliant.
So well,
Nintendo, where do you come up with these ideas?
I am glad that we were able to get that in there. We have made some changes to the preset chat commands. So, because Dragon Marked for Death has an in-game chat system, so when you're playing with people online, you can like send them messages like, "Hey, I'm going in," or "Good work," or "Hold back," or all kinds of different stuff.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous. If a connection error occurs during a multiplayer game, the player will have the option of continuing the quest in solo mode. So even if your internet craps out on you, you can still finish the quest and obtain that progress and not just like, well, rip, run, you know.
Yeah, these are nice fail-safes that you guys thought of.
After finishing a quest in multiplayer, players will no longer have to wait for everyone to finish before being able to return to the matchmaking lobby. So if someone's if you've played the quest many times and somebody's dilly-dallying, just beep, 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 you're good.
Oh,
you don't have to wait.
I was playing Red Dead and I did that to a bunch of people. They got real pissed off at me.
Oh no!
Like I was dilly-dallying.
Oh, you don't have to worry about it. You can dilly-dally or go as fast as you want now.
Cool.
Entirely up to you. Abandoning a quest try that again. Abandoning a quest midway through will require agreement from other party members.
Consensus?
Yes. Consensus to abandon the quest like midway through. So you can't just be a jerk without everyone else wanting to be a jerk to us. Search conditions for open matching and online multiplayer games have changed. So we've added, it's a bit more refined, like matchmaking system, so you can find the type of players you're looking for. Parties will no longer be automatically disbanded after completing a quest. So if you want to keep playing with the group that you made, you can do that.
Stick around, grind out some items.
And overall, connection stability improvements have been made as well for a nice, sound multiplayer experience. Now, for the playable characters, this is like one of those little small touches that I think makes a really big difference. Playable characters will now look tired when their health is low. So they're fighting, and you can be like on the verge of death, and you're still like, I'm still fighting just as hard. But like when your health is low, you're like,
that's good.
I've seen that yet.
Yeah, it's just like a small change that makes, I think, a big difference. Attack power stats for all playable characters have been adjusted. And the rate of recovery for each character's dragon points has also been adjusted. So, something to keep in mind. The amount of dragon skill attack power increases by raising the piety stat has been adjusted. And
how do you raise piety?
So, that's like one of your stats. So, when you level up, and that's one of the stats you can choose to put like points into and stuff like that.
Funny as an abstract concept.
I know, right?
Increase piety.
Just increase my piety. The power of the warrior's dragon guard and the amount of HP the witch's recovery magic can heal are now based on the piety stat. So it's important for everybody now. Very much so. The attack power of the fourth slash of the Empress's combo and her jump attack have been adjusted. Additionally, the number of attacks she can do has also been adjusted. And the witch's piety stat now determines the length of time she can hold on to a prepared spell.
That's going to be pretty important for her.
So, you witch fans out there, make sure you get a good amount of piety on your witch, because when you load up all your spells, you only have a certain time frame to cast them before they fizzle out.
Make sure you praise Atrum.
Praise Atrum. Level up that piety.
Grow your witch's piousness.
It's important.
The amount of hate generated by various actions has been changed, and the types of actions that generate hate have been adjusted.
It's important for tanks out there.
Yes, all you tank peeps. And for a couple things for the story, the conditions required to obtain the game's various endings have been changed. Because yes, the game does have multiple endings.
Yes.
So there's a lot of potential options for you. You know, how good or bad of a time are you going to have at the end of the day?
How many?
Playability.
How many are there? Do you remember?
Several.
There are several. More than two.
Gonna have to play
More than two.
Ever since Chrono Trigger, I don't play any game that has less than 14. Sorry. They set a high bar.
Various messages related to your progress in the story have also been added, so you have a better idea of how much you've progressed. And the difficulty levels that can be selected for some quests have been changed. So when you go back, say you want to do like the first quest again, you can play the earlier quests at higher difficulties if you want. So to keep, you can do old quests, but keep the level of difficulty consistent with your level.
Right.
So if you want to go back,
that's awesome.
So if you want to go back and do like how many people go back and do the first quest again, it's not usually relevant, but if you set the difficulty to level 10 and you're level 10, well, it makes sense. And it's not just like a wasted effort.
There were elements of that in Dragon Age, and I appreciated it because it made you not have... Often when I play an RPG, I get anxiety that I'm like, if I don't do this quest now, it's going to be a cakewalk and it won't be fun later.
Right.
I want to make sure I do them in order, otherwise, and it takes away some freedom if you're trying to regimentally make sure that you're going through in order.
Exactly. So you are good there.
Good call.
There's a couple more things. The types of rare drops that can be obtained from treasure chests and the rate of rare drops have changed.
And rare drops.
Yes, and there are a lot of them
rare
too.
anymore then?
Well, there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good stuff you can get. The lineup of equipment available from the shops in town has changed a bit. So you have different items you can get from the shops, and the prices and effects of items sold in stores have been changed.
I want you to change that note to say, rare items are no longer rare.
They are plentiful.
They're probably they're quite as
rare.
Not, yeah.
Maybe they're more rare.
It's kind of a different way to spin it.
Maybe they're more rare.
Maybe they are more rare.
Remove rarity from rare items.
That is the air of mystery. And then finally, stat parameters for monsters have been adjusted. And,
balance?
More rebalance and tweaked a bit, and just other tiny little bug fixes. So this is a big update, and I'm so excited for you guys.
So that's the day one update.
Yes, and that's the one that we are going to be playing.
You'll probably get that without even having to try.
So you'll be good to go. Speaking,
if you get the package version though, if you get that box, the physical, make sure you update it.
Yeah.
You get that.
Definitely update that especially by the time March rolls around.
Yeah. Right.
So speaking of playing games and versions and all that stuff, y'all about ready to jump into this thing?
I don't wanna.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, I guess start to say goodbye to our guests. They're leaving.
I'm tired.
All right. So we're gonna switch things over to Dragon Mark for Death. Like I said, this is our 2-hour special, so we got plenty of time to dig into Dragon Mark for Death. So what we're gonna do is on the main screen there, we're gonna be starting from the very beginning of the game. Now
and you're gonna do a tutorial first.
Yes, I'm gonna do the tutorial stage, so you can kind of get an idea of stuff.
I'm gonna learn.
And then you guys already have your characters ready to rock and roll for when so when I'm done the tutorial stage on the screen, they're gonna join up with me, and we're gonna do this thing, and it's gonna be awesome. So I had asked Fraser and Becky what characters they wanted to use before the stream.
I chose Warrior.
So Fraser's gonna be the Warrior, Becky's gonna be the Empress, Andrew over there's gonna be the Shinobi, and the Witch will be on main screen right here. And
is the Witch a Rory?
Is she a what?
Is she a Rory? Is she a Loli? You just said she's the most popular, so I just assumed.
Well, I know she is a fan favorite.
She's definitely, when we go out to events, we see lots of witches. Despite her being...
She's definitely the hardest character to use.
Far and away the most difficult.
But she's,
to pick up.
Not even close. It's literally not even close. Like, she is the most difficult.
I'm pretty sure, because we had like, multiplayer demos at events, and, like, there will be, like, 3 or 4 in a team. They get stomped.
People like cute girls. What can I say? Yeah. I know it's like a big revelation to the world, but
life is for living.
It's true. It's true. So we're gonna get set up here in just a moment, and we'll switch over to Dragon Death. People are giving you some crap for your.
Yeah.
No, they're happy. They're happy.
It's about the fresh.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna jump right into this. I got a fresh, starting off with a fresh save here. Yeah. So now each character that you make, so like if I have a character, it'll tell you what level they are. But since I don't have any here, it's all looking new. So we're gonna start with the witch. You can choose each character has like special colors, so like this will change like the color of like her cape and stuff like that. Now let's see, what color? Alright, my dear guest, what color should we make our witchy?
Red.
Red. We're going with red? Alright, we're doing red. We're doing red.
Dragon mark for death colors.
So here's all the different. So this is one of the things. The big things in the update are the Japanese voices, and you can get samples of them before you pick your character. So we got this is Shiori Izawa, and you can see who the voice actress is and all that stuff. So, and there's another one.
Aw, is she kind of like sad now? Or calm or stoic?
Well, I know our Gunvolt fans in the chat might recognize her. And she did one of the voices in Gunvolt. So then there's.
Wait.
So you got all kinds of different options that you can pick.
So those ones not talk, they just
so they don't speak words.
Oh.
Okay.
They don't say. So you have the 4 Japanese voices that actually speak words, and then 4 other voices.
That's what you're talking about, the 8. Okay.
Yes, that do not
it's
use
cool that the
spoken
voice
word.
actress gets credit right in the main.
Yeah,
I
of
know,
course.
that's awesome.
Of course.
Credit is due.
Any ones that jumped out at you guys?
B sounded pretty pious to me.
That's true. That's a good point. Solid argument.
Alright. We gotta give this lovely young lady a name. First name that pops into your mind.
I'm not gonna say it.
Hank?
Said it was a teen-rated stream.
That's okay because
Hankette.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Hankette the Witch is making her live stream debut.
Yeah.
Perfect. 8 letters.
Ooh. It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Alright, Hankette the Witch with her red pious cape.
It should have been Hank H. If we go by rules. You're supposed to leave the remaining letters of the...
That's true.
It is a strong name. You don't want, like, what's her regular name? Her default?
There is none.
Oh, really?
They
don't... Oh, okay.
It's Hankette.
We don't want something like Witch, because that's like a baby name. You see a baby on the street, you're like, Witch.
Every time.
That would have caused problems during, like, the witch trials back in the day.
Yeah. You know.
So this is the kind of paints the picture of what's to come. Everyone's having a great time.
What's at stake in this story?
So
Are we talking a world or universe, or just a village?
Well, this is the Dragonblood village, where the Dragonblood clan resides. But as you can see, they're not very well liked in society. To the point where the Divine Knights start killing everybody.
Oh, Divine Knights. This is not pious.
Not very pious at all.
This is anti-piety.
Yeah, so one day
So they just did it out of nowhere?
The Divine Knights, who, they're basically the...
Protectors?
Protectors of, the whole continent is run by... what's called the Divine Family. Like they basically were blessed by the god who created this world.
Somebody hacked them
to rule, and basically the knights are there. That's basically their military. And they don't like the Dragonblood Clan because the dragon is basically the eternal enemy of the gods, the celestials, as they're called. So that's why the people of the kingdom bear a deep loathing towards them. Your village has been razed, burned. All your friends are dead.
Oh, I liked them.
They were very nice.
Big world. You'll find more friends.
Let's hope so.
Like a warrior. To have my blade.
Oh. Well, actually, your axe.
My axe.
We have her blade.
Okay.
Your axe.
All right.
So Atrum, he is the astral dragon, and he is like the eternal enemy of the Celestials, and he's not happy about what is happening. Now he is granting you the power to do something about it.
Oh my god, that art.
Right?
So this is how her story starts.
Yes,
Each
this is the witch's story.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Is this a Pulp Fiction thing, or are they all taking place at the same time? The stories like parallel to each other?
Kinda.
Okay.
So now it's up to you to give the Divine Family a bad time.
Yeah.
So you are
a revenge story.
You were on a quest for revenge against the Divine Family.
Her hat is alive?
Yeah.
It's so not like this.
The power of the astral dragon basically embeds itself into each member a little differently. So like the witch, you can see like she has the power of the dragon like in her head.
The dragon's head.
Like
Warrior's
the Empress,
got the body.
yeah, the warrior's got the big dragon head on his body. That's why the Empress has like the dragon arm. The Shinobi's got like the dragon legs. So basically, you put them all together and you get basically one giant dragon.
Megazord.
Mega Dragon Zord.
This thing's not gonna talk like a Minish Cap, is it?
So yeah, so her basic attack is like a little magic bullet like that. I'm kind of gonna go along with Atrum's guidance here, and not get too ahead of myself. So you can shoot a little owl friendo here as well. I love her voice.
Wait, that's her voice?
Yeah.
I thought it was a sound effect.
Oh, no, that's
that's the sound effect of her laser.
Where? You can use your attacks to break down these obstacles. Jump. See that item I picked up, it was like, sometimes those items will heal you. You can see the little awl below my bar there, so that gives me like a temporary stat boost. The treasure chest. Got a key. We can use this lever. We'll put the platforms the other way. Skip ahead a couple platforms.
Phoenix Plate says, I'm not, they can see what we are saying.
Oh, we can see. We can see chat. Don't you worry about that. We're going to get that treasure chest, and we're going to switch this around as well. Quality. Quality holy water. That's different.
I demand quality in my home.
Priest didn't pee in that one.
You might have it backwards.
Depends on how pious he was.
Depends on your piety and who you ask, I guess. I'm going to get rainbow candy. Nice. Get some good stuff here. So use the key, bust down the door. Gotta break the rope down.
Ooh, you can try spell
Yeah,
now.
so now, so with the witch, you basically, you hit this button to go into incantation mode, and then you do a series of button presses to load up a spell. So he's like, try wind, which is why. And then while that bar is active, I can cast my stored magic. So let's find a, and now I can add other stuff to it. So I can do like,
yeah. And the different elements you add create different combos.
Yes. So if I just do a normal wind spell,
a
couple tornadoes. Do a wind spell,
and then add a cow to the wind.
I can mess it up. Now I get a lot more tornadoes after I powered it up once.
Can you make like a fire tornado?
Tomato, fire tomato.
I'm just really hungry.
Some fire tomatoes. Are you hungry, Fresh? Are you hungry, buddy?
And so does this take?
Can you add a tomato to the tornado and make it a tornado?
So like, I can't get up here. What am I ever gonna do? She can create platforms, and then also burn, which makes sense.
Does it take energy to do this magic?
No, she can cast whatever you load up. As long as you cast it in time, before the bar runs out, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Did that dialogue just call her Dorothy?
she is a precious angel. Don't you dare make fun of her.
The chest keep on calling her. There, yeah.
And so her little magic bullet really doesn't do all that much. Although I will say, earlier in development, that thing was a lot weaker.
So you need to start a new run for each character, right?
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Oh, it's you know, because like the status bar for the spells is like something we added like pretty late in development. So it gets really hard to chain all these spells together. Ah, I lost it. You can actually do a level up spell on your thing twice. So you can,
but you're gonna need some more piety before you can reliably get
higher
it up.
pi.
More pi.
So that's XYXA. Shine some light on this thing.
That's gonna feel so great once you get the combinations down pat.
Once you get the hang of the witch's spells, she is an absolute powerhouse.
Yeah.
That's a pie. Different kind of pie. Got some pie and some piety. You know,
when she casts her spell, is she saying magic deaths? Because that's what I heard.
Let's see.
No, not that one. She's...
Well, what is cool though, as you can see, he's got the little confusion mark on him. Different elements that the witch uses for her spells can invoke different negative status effects on enemies.
What did you just do there? Did you fly up the stairs?
Oh, so that's like that's a L. That's her dashes. She rides a broom. How cute is that?
That's cool.
So she also has healing magic too. I mean, I have full life, so I don't need it right now. But so all those different button commands. And yeah, so then you can. Yeah, so he's talking about how you can chain multiple spells together. So. You can even do, like, say I don't add an element and I just do the level up. Still do that too.
Looks kind of satisfying to put these together.
It is. But it can also be really hectic because when there's a lot of enemies on the screen and
she needs a tank to take care of her while she's casting.
Exactly. So like if I do, so there's like, what's it, control help? You can see all the different, there's all the different spells you can do.
Wow.
So this is like the normal stuff. This is like all the controls, right? So there's like dash, jump, descend, whatever. And all kinds of different spells you can load up. So there's like homing. So it gives all of your stuff like a homing property. Condense, like gives stuff multi-hit.
So you just have to toss one element of homing in there to make it homing?
That'll add that property too.
And then so there's your like wind element, fire element, ice, thunder that you will unlock, at level 5, 10, 15 respectively. So yeah, it's really fun to mess with these. So like I can show you guys like I think that was condensed. So add some wind to that. You get a big tornado.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm getting magical vibes from this. The combination
and then
of elements.
That one there with the homing, if there's an enemy here, one enemy, there's not enemy, but it'll like the tornado will pop up like from under that.
Basically, your most powerful spells are going to be one element, 2 levels up, and either a homing or a condensed. So that's 4 different.
It's a lot to load up. Yes.
So when you're playing with other people and the witch raises herself.
They can't jump on that.
No. Okay.
That's just.
That's just for her. That's just for her. Yep.
Just like the Shinobi can double jump, the warrior can tackle stuff to get out of the way. You can jump on platforms, and the empress can swing with their dragon arm. They'll have their own different sort of movement options and ways to get through the level.
Okay.
Pea shooter.
Yeah, it is literally a pea shooter.
They're almost always better off with even like a quick spell.
Yeah,
even basic one.
Yeah, even just like a quick elemental makes a difference. Get some donuts.
Oh yeah, jelly donuts.
Some jelly donuts. Yeah. Some nice tasty jelly donuts there.
Zoidberg is definitely going to be Shinobi as soon as his younger brother gets this game.
Yeah, what do you guys want to be in the chat? Who will you play?
That's an early dibs.
Oh, wait.
Early divot.
I'm trying to get, like...
Are you trying to get fancy?
Yeah, getting... You know what? Level up makes it disappear very fast.
Run the tanky boy.
That was a homing, but...
Witch, Emperor, Warrior... Yeah, they want to be like everything.
Good. Well, you got a whole bunch of different choices.
Yeah, I want to be tank so I get all the witches.
Alright, so we got something unpleasant here. He's an angry horsey boy.
Yeah, I don't know. He still gets the moniker horse. He's looking a little distorted to me.
Yeah, so this is the Divine Family who worked with Celestials, saw fit to judge a village. So we can sort of the Legion of Divine Knights, the will of those who live in this world. And so the Astral Dragon is basically universally hated because it is the, he's the enemy of the Celestial. So they feel like you dragon kids shouldn't. Yeah, in case you notice, you can also bring the camera in and out and stuff like that.
Centaur looks horny.
Yeah.
Three him on his head there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There we go. Got a double level up there on the spell.
So this is like the first boss battle?
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, Solo Witch is probably the hardest to play. Would you agree, Andrew?
Oh, definitely. She's very low defense. It takes a long time to get those spells. And obviously, the faster you get it, put it in, the faster you can attack. So
right.
Pure skill character, really.
Oh yeah, those are so satisfying. Jerk face.
His move there was
you
like
big nay jerk face.
I like his move where he kicks some shards at you. He's like,
yeah.
I'm just going to turn around, dig at the ground for about 5
horsey
seconds, and send 3 tiny shards your way.
He's doing his best.
Like, I'm not saying I've ever been a centaur in this world to like have to battle witches, but I can give him some pointers.
Is that what you dream of being? A centaur that battles witches?
Not if that's what happens to them.
So we got those items. We got a let's praise that tome. What do we get? We got a wind scroll. Excellent. We get some ups my magic attack power and plus 5% wind magic accuracy, which is excellent. Equipment level 5, so that goes right along with pretty much. I think that's the level I am right now. And then you can see all this is like heal 60 HP.
Is loot
all stats 10% up.
Randomly generated? Or is it scripted?
I think for these ones it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pulled from a table.
Yeah, for like the tutorial, I think
the tutorial one might be set, but yeah, generally it'll be pulled from a table.
Yeah. And so these are cool because there's like certain food items. It's like heal 30%, but witch is 90%.
Oh,
so
score.
The witch likes her pie.
There you go.
She gets pie bonus.
Canon. The thing about the items though, you can only bring I think 9 into a mission with you.
Yeah,
like, you have to set them
choose
beforehand,
carefully.
so you can't just like heal your way through everything if you have 99 potions or something. So it's gonna get pretty challenging.
And now I can use fire magic.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Yeah, so these are different. So this is what we were talking about. Where like it tells you what all the different stats do. So magic power, obviously, the witch is gonna be interested in that. Not getting, dump trucked in the face, it helps as well. So she's kind of low on the vitality and strength.
Glass cannon. All offense.
Yes. But I got 4 points to use. I think she needs at least a little bit of pie.
And put it in pie. She likes pie.
She likes pie.
Well, that's what makes her more powerful, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
put
she
it
has
all in.
stuff that now.
How dangerous you want.
Yeah, go all in.
We're going all in all the
Dude,
pie?
I'll be joining you soon. I'll tank for you.
Alright, you know what?
Baby, don't worry.
Maybe put 1 into intelligence though, because that's also your damage.
It's true.
Yeah, that's also glass
cannon. Okay, we'll do like 9 and so she'll have 10 intelligence and 9 pie.
Yeah.
It's pretty good int to pie ratio.
Don't you dare touch vitality. Leave leave it all.
You got your confidence.
Yeah, keep her little. I'll pull up the slack.
Even the goblin thinks you're a monster.
Aww.
You can consume souls. You're a bona fide badass. Like, don't let the cute look fool you. She will, as you can see, with her wind blasting Mr. Angry Horsey Man, she'll mess you up.
How old is she?
I don't know if they have canon ages. I don't remember ever seeing that.
I don't think so.
I have to ask the director.
Make her 3,000 so the fan artists can be happy.
Boy. Boy.
She might actually be pretty old. She's supposed to be like the last surviving like magician. Magic
so one of the things we've been doing on social media is we've been putting out little like story tidbits about like the world and like the world and setting us up for Dragon Mark for Death. Yeah, so the witch, she's actually like the last of like a long line of like magic users. Yeah, so only one other villager survived the attack, and that is her, as you saw, who you saw in the beginning. Dragonblood Oracle Amika, who got a lot of likes on Twitter. People really like her.
I wonder why.
So the only like character intro post that had more likes was the Empress.
Really? I do like the Empress.
Everyone was like, protect the cinnamon roll. Like, yeah, so she's only born once a century, so she's like super rare Chan. You know, very important.
She's cute. I want to cosplay her so bad.
Oh wait.
Do it. No. I want to see fresh cosplay.
Ooh.
The bearded Oracle Amika.
Patreon goals haven't been set for a while.
Hey, there you go. There you go. You heard it here, folks. So now we're gonna go to the kingdom. You know, basically go to the heart of the Divine Family's stronghold. You know, hide yourself among the slums, and basically build a reputation for yourself to the point where you can get an audience with the Divine King and extract your revenge.
You're a street rat now?
Yes.
I don't buy that. You're in the same town as me.
Yeah.
You can't see me yet?
We're almost there.
I will, as soon as I'm done this cutscene.
Look for the guy in the bird.
I don't think you're gonna see him.
He might still be there. He may not be in the same spot, but I'm pretty sure he's in the town somewhere.
He's tucked away in
really?
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the slime. Welcome to Defiant Slums. All hail Divine King Manius. Yeah, so the bar, that's where I'm going to be meeting up with y'all, and that's where all of the... You take on all of your quests and stuff. That's kind of like one of the big hub locations of the bar.
Okay.
The tavern.
The izakaya.
The izakaya. Isn't this, shouldn't this be, what type of world is it? It looks medieval, kind of.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like it's like a dark fantasy.
A world where kangaroos are horses.
Where kangaroos are horses.
Is there any, like, mecha or mecha magic elements in it, or is it all true just magic?
They're mostly like
Looks like
armor. There might be enchanted armor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It might be mixed
But
up.
not like... No, like...
it's not like...
You're not going to see, like,
it's not
Gundam type
steampunk,
stuff up in here, no.
It's not
like-
steampunk stuff, like, or even like magical, like Magitech sort of stuff.
Magitech,
not really.
like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, so you got business with the Divine
Just
Family.
magic and
and it's
dragons.
like, well, whatever.
Classic, I understand it.
So it's Empress and Warrior in one pack, Witch and Shinobi in the other?
Yeah, that's
right.
correct. That is correct. All right, so
Doing this?
we have our game plan, and I'm gonna talk to everybody's favorite Kanga horse,
Yeah.
and we'll go up into the bar. So what we're gonna do here, so that you can do your quest single player, local multiplayer, or online, whichever one. Since we're all sitting right here, we're gonna be doing some local multiplayer. So everyone go into the bar and wait for me to.
Go in?
Yep. So go into the bar, and I'm going to do recruit a party. So I'm going to create a room for you guys, and then you can go to local multiplayer and then join a party. Oh, there's my Shinobi.
Had practice.
Is this connecting locally?
Mm-hmm.
I can equip
Yep,
stuff
so
here.
then
This is awesome.
yep, that user 1, go ahead and hit A. There's my Empress.
That's me.
That's you.
I have a better weapon.
I'm the girl.
Yep, and then just hit A. Go into that room.
And that's how easy it is?
That's simple as that.
Oh.
So it uses the local Wi-Fi to know that there's a thing happening?
I think it's using like the Switch's like ad hoc
Yeah,
system.
it's ad hoc.
For the
right.
local multiplayer, but
Okay.
online, obviously, you go through the internet.
Right.
But local is all ad hoc, so we're all good.
Mhm.
Wait, no, it's good. Gotta make sure I get that.
Yeah, so then if you decide you want to switch characters, do whatever you want, change your equipment. Actually, I got a new wind scroll. Let's equip that. Equip that.
Oh, should I equip things, or I probably already have default
I think
stuff?
you probably
right?
have.
Light axe. Oh, that sounds lame.
Oh no, you got felling axe. No,
Felling axe.
Yeah, go to your equipment and get. So you go. You got the short sword there. Hit A and see what else you got.
Hey, here.
On the short sword, you probably have better. Yeah, hunter sword. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Self-respecting warrior uses a light axe.
Yeah, you're still working on the guns, you know.
Yeah,
Gotta start off somewhere. Gotta start somewhere.
leg day, so I'm just gonna use the light axe.
We gotta start somewhere. Yeah, so he's doing that. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah, so if you hold ZR,
How do you-
it brings up a whole like chat window, so you can communicate.
ZR.
Can
with
you guys please add? I'm a little nervous.
I'll take my time.
Awesome.
So then, whenever you're ready, everyone goes down to
I
depart.
haven't cleared this quest yet.
Depart.
Yeah, so then everyone go down to depart and hit A, and then you'll be ready to rock and roll.
You know what I'm referring to when I say I'm a little nervous, right? Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart?
on the Wii. You could just like it was our thing.
Oh,
span it
my
over and
goodness.
over in the
I'm a
lobby.
little
I'm a
nervous.
little nervous.
Alright, so everybody go to Ogre Fort.
Difficulty.
And so there's just one difficulty yet because we haven't beat the quest yet.
Oh.
So there's just the one there.
Okay.
And then go to depart, and we will do this.
This blood trail on the bottom when it's loading scares me.
Does it make you a little nervous?
I'm a little nervous. I'm scared. These guys are actually kind of
They're
making me
big,
nervous.
angry boys.
That is a terrifying character design.
Yeah.
Ogre King.
So just for the record, the Ogre King is the tiny one on the shoulder,
oh, he's the one who's
and
talking.
the Ogre Prince is the big one in the giant like Viking helmet.
Daddy, this bread is too loud. Time to eat.
I love that. Like the first time I played this stuff, like you would just actually think the King's the big one and the Prince is the little one. Nope, the King's this tiny little ogre man, and
That's
his
pretty
son is
cute.
like 10 times the size of him.
Women and children are going to be savored to the last bite.
So they're hangry. They're very hangry.
Oh, do I need to progress through the dialogue too?
Yeah.
You can just skip it.
Okay.
Just hit plus.
And
Here we
all
are.
Oh, hell yeah.
The full shebang.
This
Now,
was
look at
a sicka. Take it for you guys. Just point the way.
So just a couple quick things, just so you guys are on the. So Fraser, you have Berserk activated right now.
Yeah, I'm always like that.
So that drastically reduces your defense and drastically increases your offense. Yeah.
Decreases my
Going in
Your
and
defense, it raises your offense.
Just heal me then.
I will do my
Get me
best.
healed, and I'll go berserk all the time. Can I go berserk all the time?
You can use it quite a bit, but you take a lot more damage.
Can I even get up there?
Warrior is not exactly a mobile boy.
Okay,
You,
so
you can get over there another way. That's
What you
gonna
can
take
do
one.
is you can tackle. He's got a tackle attack,
Mhm.
which I believe is down in L, I believe,
Down
for the
in L.
warrior.
Whoa.
There you go. So you can actually push the cart
Oh,
to the
did
wall.
You want me to do that?
Yeah. Let's all go for
Kind of more like a pelvic thrust when he does this. Oh, what's that one that I did? The big blue orb?
I believe that was R for you.
Yeah.
That is your dragon ability. It's your dragon guard. So any of our if anybody is inside that bubble, including yourself, you are protected from enemy attacks, and you heal a little bit as well.
Well, I'll just use that at the same time as going berserk. I just broke your game.
Well, you can't
I didn't
attack
think of
while
that.
you can't attack while you have the shield.
Oh!
Did you get some food?
Yeah,
Got my jelly donut.
You got your jelly donut.
Can I disengage berserk?
Yeah, if you hit the same button, you can stop it. So yeah, Berserk's very powerful. Just be careful with it.
You can't tell me what to do.
That's what I mean. I can't tell you what to do. Go nuts! Kill yourself with the warrior being in Berserk mode. Object ready for the crit. Okay.
Yeah, I can run, right?
Yep. Yeah, L is to dash, and a couple things with you guys' attacks to show you're aware. The warrior standard attack, you can also charge that as well.
Oh, I can just like hold it up, like.
And if you let it go, it just like.
But I'm walking slower. Who is that? Becky's got an OP character, guys. You're gonna need to patch
so
that
obviously
out.
that uses your dragon meter, which is now pretty much empty.
Oh, snap! We explained a lot. Worth it.
So definitely, you definitely use that. And what's nice is. So Becky, for you as the Empress, one thing you'll want to do when you're doing like your sword combos with Y, if you do like a 1, 2, 3 slash, and you follow it up with the R button, that's called your dragon sword, and it does, yes,
there you go.
That refills some of your dragon meter.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Now what's nice about this, because like I said, we're all kind of the masters of our own destiny on our own screens here. So like, you don't have to worry about where everyone is on screen.
Right.
You can see on the map in the bottom left where everybody is.
Oh, that's cool.
My God.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like Andrew's the shinobi, who's
How are you guys doing anything without me?
I want to go for a ride. I want to go for a ride. Fraser, I want to go for a ride.
Oh, you want me to be put? Yeah, I need to do
down
that.
and L.
Down and L. Bam. There.
Whee!
Pelvic thrust.
Whee! There we go. Whee!
Uh-oh, that was a baddie? Oh, shoot.
Thanks for riding the warrior coaster. Sorry, I got fire. I gotta use that.
Can warrior attack up? Like things above him, or is he only a ground smasher?
You can jump in. You can jump and attack, obviously, but yeah, he does his best on the ground.
I mean, you can jump and attack, but it seems that it doesn't swing until he gets to the ground.
Attack, it will attack upward, but it's.
I forgot warrior can break those like jagged
You can zoom out with down on the right thing,
so
guys.
the R is controls your camera. You can zoom in or out.
And if you find yourself doing it on accident, you can lock it with.
Yeah, if you press the button in, you can lock it in place. Which I tend to do. I tend to spaz out and hit the button. I love pushing that thing as the warrior. So let's see, get some VP fire up in there. Yeah.
I'm here to smash the ground right after the enemy is defeated. That's how you know the battle's over.
Absolutely.
So there's a very specific trajectory that
Put berserk on this guy.
I can use.
Oh shit.
For the swing, yeah.
For swinging.
Yeah. No. Yeah, see, and you can rotate the different things here. No, chance! Get him! Oh, Overboy is angry.
All powered up for the end of Battle Smash.
So I'm currently confused right now.
Here we go!
So when I'm confused, and Fraser, you're confused too. So all your controls are backwards.
Oh my god!
Left is right, right is left. Woof. It's very confusing at first. That's why it's called confusion. That was a good smashy boy right there.
Thanks.
Very good smashy boy. I love how if you're the shinobi, you can just like trivialize so many things like this, just because you're so good at climbing walls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there going to be any levels that must be completed by splitting up and going across the map?
I can't remember if they must be.
No, and the whole game is designed so you can play solo.
There are some areas where it definitely helps to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there are none where it is required. Keep hitting. So the witch is Dragonblood. I haven't really talked about that yet. that I keep starting by accident. Basically, what she does is you basically go into like it's called Dragon Surge, and you like go into Dragon Surge and you load up a spell, and then while Dragon Surge is active, you can cast that spell multiple times, as long as your Dragon Meter hasn't run out.
Okay.
That's a big ol' angry boy. Jerk salad.
The battle is over.
Oh, that confusion is such a butt sandwich.
Teen stream.
you like my butt sandwich?
Come to think of it, I learned about butt sandwiches on iCarly.
Wait, that's the thing they say on iCarly?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
iCarly is super
I mean, it's believable. It's a believable. That is a believable statement.
It is true. You sense a fearsome enemy ahead. Gather your allies and proceed.
Yeah. So if people are like still kind of far away, you can just be like, oh, join up your allies, and you'll just teleport to the boss area. So that's what we were talking about with like the weekend state.
Becky doesn't want to join us.
I said press the plus button.
Oh.
Or just go over there. Who are we still waiting on?
Oh, maybe it's me.
That was.
That's weird because I was the first one to get there.
All right. He's a hungry boy.
Did he just eat the kid?
I am almost
he ate a guy. He ate a guy, not a kid.
Aww.
Phew.
Human stinks like pig.
First stinch then over. I think the Dragon Clan just needs a PR person.
Right? You should hire him. Oh yeah. Yeah, so when I make that like shield there, that's a shield.
Oh, I ran away from it. Don't run away from it.
Hey, it's like in the Turtles when they're in April's place, and then like the guy using the axe so much they fall through the floor.
Yeah, so she can do like the condensed heal, she can do homing heals.
Okay, so that was a homing heal.
Yeah. Yeah, so when he's doing like that fire like crash, your dragon shield will protect him.
What's my dragon shield? Is that big blue orb?
The big blue orb, yep. Oh, I ate it. Load up all these big killing spells for y'all.
Thank you.
What has higher DPS for the warrior? Tons of little slashes or one charged up slash over and over?
Charge up.
So always charge? You have the time?
Yeah.
These controls feel super tight.
Definitely very happy. Oh, there's a dragon here. Get that little thing. Pick that up. Oh yeah. It is on like Diddy Kong.
We did it!
So while this is active, you have unlimited dragon points. So you can go full flamethrower without reconciliation. You can go full dragon shield.
Wow! So much fun! I'm holding my shield forever! You cannot stop me from holding the shield.
Yeah, so especially Becky, you can just go full freaking ham on that.
Becky has all the fun.
Yeah, I do.
But you're keeping everybody alive, whereas
Am I a good shield maiden?
Best shield maiden I've ever had today.
boom, and he is down for the count.
Take that away, Prince.
That wasn't even my final form.
Nice treasure. And we got some Dragonite, which is the item I was talking about earlier that you can use to reset your stats.
I did. I got a toe.
You got a what?
I got a toe. I got a question mark toe.
Even I was surprised I got a Dragonite with a Mizurashino. 5% chance of getting a Dragonite there.
Dang, really?
I thought he was impressed that he found it tough.
Alright, that's the first question. Well done, guys. Well done.
That was good stuff.
What'd you think? What'd you think?
It's tight. Like, I really liked it. And I also feel like I have the best character.
you like that flamethrower, don't you?
Yeah, the flamethrower
I feel
is
kind
amazing.
of like I'm not good enough to do anything for
anybody.
Hogwash.
Hogwash, I said.
You're healing them fast enough that they don't need protecting and tanking.
Oh no, they do. Trust me. Like that's the first stage.
Oh,
This game is not hand-holdy. There will come plenty of points where that shield will be a blessing, especially for her. Because if you get hit, so she's like doing the flamethrower. If she gets hit, flamethrower's gone. You have to restart again. So especially when you like, or if I'm trying to cast like a big spell, and if I get hit.
Right,
okay.
so I should...
It's really good for protecting the Empress and the Witch while they do their big...
It gets hard quick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This game does not mess around.
Try to be the best shield boyfriend.
So, just confirm through this?
Yep, so you can set your stats. If so do... so just confirm. You go down the next round.
Oh, to next.
Sorry,
that's why.
Down the next. And then you can assign... You have 1 bonus point, so you can assign that.
Oh, yeah. Strength.
Okay.
Yeah, so for Warrior, definitely Strength and, like, Vitality are definitely your BFFs. But you do need some Pi as well, so do keep that in mind.
And I'm 66666 all the way down.
Yeah, so the Empress's, like, base stats are, like, very balanced.
Okay.
Hey, you saved the townspeople. You did a good.
Oh, they were saved, but they realized they were saved by Dragon Clan. They don't like that.
That's right.
Yeah, so these guys are like, oh, you just saved our lives. Oh, you're this person. Oh, well, blah, blah, blah.
What can you do?
But it's okay, because little Olus here, he's a good boy. You see? What do anyone else say thanks? Because he's a good boy. He's a very good boy.
What's wrong with your body, lady?
Yeah,
but he's like a kid. You don't know. He just wants you to feel better.
Yeah, I thought that kid was cool till he started body shaming us.
But he's like, I hope you feel better. Aww. I mean, if someone had a dragon coming out of their head, he would probably be like, are you okay? Yeah, so now we're back here, and if you got some new stuff, if you want to equip. I got Ogre's Bangle, which
you can pretty much go through a lot of the game. Like,
see, what is that? Gives you +1 strength and +1 defense. And my Steel Bangle.
I can equip 2 axes? How does that work?
Heck yeah. Because I think if I recall correctly...
Well, because like the Shinobi has a kunai and a shuriken they can equip.
Right, because he has the Shinobi that uses two different
weapons. Okay. So everyone else gets 2 weapons as well to balance down. I believe is how it goes. So you can get the benefit of...
Yeah, you can equip both, basically. But I think whichever one's on top is the one that you will like see. Because the appearance of your weapon will change.
You press X and it'll change.
Is there a way to compare equipment? Say like before you equip.
Oh, like you can load up 2. You can load up 2, but you can only equip 1.
Right.
Right.
So whatever one has the E next to it is the one that's equipped.
And
you can always change that like with the X button. Like,
I think you can change that mid-quest. I have to double check though.
Yeah, you might be able to. Yeah.
That way you know so if you're the witch, you could have like a wind.
Yeah. So now that we beat the ogre fort, so if we can go down to depart again when everybody is ready.
Okay. Coming down to depart.
And now we unlocked a whole bunch of new Johns here. So
if you press Y, you'll see the details.
Yeah.
It'll show you like.
So there's a dreaming of treasure. Find the key to the storehouse and search the fort for treasure. Since we just un-ogreified that fort. So.
Right.
We got Frigid Nest. Participate in a plan to rid the iceberg of a nest of monsters. And assist the inventor as he tests his flying vehicle.
It'll never fly.
Oh no. Well, let's do dreaming of treasure. I'm feeling. We just beat the ogres. Let's go loot their stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go loot them.
Difficulty 5.
Yeah.
Oh Oh my god.
Well, you're a big girl now, so
I'm in over my head.
You can do it.
That pretty much tracks to the character level, so we're all over level 5, so it should be
okay.
A little harder than the level 1 quest we were just on.
Yeah. Ogre Oaf. I love that. Lost the key. I told you, I love alliteration. I love it. I love it. I love it.
People are finding it hard to wait for release.
Well, my apologies. My apologies. Well, you go to bed. Sleep in nice and late if you're East Coast. Sleep in super late if you're European. Wake up at a normal time, I guess, for Pacific.
Which way are we going, left or right?
I believe we go left.
Guys, this is the best.
We'll leave it this way. At least we were doing this before it comes out. Everyone who's watching this and hasn't pre-ordered it yet still has a chance.
Yes, you do.
To get the striker gear for doing the pre-purchase on the Switch.
Oh god, backwards.
Oh, it's fruit. Now, if you take one, does it go away? For
those
everybody?
are all local.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Feel free to pick up whatever you want.
Seriously? I thought that I was screwing everyone over. I was so proud of myself.
Oh, really?
Oh, I got crap battle.
Feel free to pick up everything. Treasure chests will be distributed to everybody. Any health items.
Jelly donuts.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we don't want people getting upset.
I get really fixated on just collecting.
Well, it's
I keep using the jelly donuts for onigiri reference, and I wonder how many people in the chat actually know that.
It's been a couple decades since that.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some like youngins in the if there's some like youngins in the chat who have no idea what the hell.
I wouldn't have got it until this week.
We just watched Pokemon on our show.
Oh, did you really?
Wow.
So, for those of you who have no idea what I'm referencing, for all you whippersnappers out there, in like the original seasons of Pokemon, when it first came out like in the West, there's a scene where Brock is eating a bunch of onigiri or rice balls or whatever you want to call them, and he calls them in because of the localization of it at the time for the anime, they called them jelly donuts. They were clear as day, onigiri rice balls. They called them jelly donuts.
So weird. It doesn't look
nothing like it. Not even a little bit.
Ah, there's my
fire. Which yes.
Oh, I'm poisoned.
Got the key.
Are all four of these characters related to each other?
They're all part of like the Dragonblood Clan. They're not like family per se.
They're not family, but they're family.
They're clan
right.
family. Clan fam. Okay, so you got the accessory up there.
Like they're all descended from the group of people who received the dragon's blood during the Age of Creation.
Okay.
They're more like a tribe.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, so we got the treasure. We saved the little girl.
We got the key.
That's weird. Thank goodness the monster ate that instead of me. That is correct. Literally no children getting chomped.
Oh,
no chompy children up in this stream. I love just powering through all the witches' room. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying.
Oh, and she like flies, sort of.
I mean, so she it's as good as a dash, but
her feet aren't touching the ground.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Now see, with just a basic fire spell, you can, or like blue spell, you can keep that preloaded for a really long time, which is nice.
This is a good idea too, in case you just run into an enemy.
Yeah, just like,
and then you can kind of reset the timer by powering it up.
Yep.
Just to give it a time once you enter.
Go, big strong man.
Have to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's my job.
You are a cart pusher boy.
Do you need a blue circle at any time? No.
Oh, the block pretty much all projectiles.
Yeah.
So anytime
so like,
an enemy shoots
that little spiky thing that you shoot, it just
completely nullifies.
Did that help you, Becky?
Yeah, it did.
That is super handy, especially against bosses.
Oh no, I think I picked up a bad thing. I'm purple.
Oh yes.
Poison mushroom.
Can't eat everything you find on the ground.
tell me now.
That's a life lesson that everyone needs to learn on their own.
It's true.
Don't pick up mushrooms you find.
Don't pick up everything you find on the ground.
Those mushrooms are nasty looking stuff.
I thought it might be great flavors. You know those great flavored mushrooms.
Oh yeah. My favorite.
Yeah, see, that's her Dragon Surge. Yeah, you know, slam down 3 big fire spells in a row. And it's so satisfying. Let's catch up with our friend. Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, see, Shinobi's like,
oh,
because he can like kick off walls and double jump and stuff. So he's just like, I'm out of here. Nice to meet you, Kick.
good work. Okay.
Is that code for I need heal?
It could help, yeah. Maybe just heal me is code for heal me.
It's true. If you want to be ambiguous about it, I guess. You don't want to be quite so direct.
I need healing.
Thanks, Genji. Does anybody need healing? Now that you're mentioning it.
You can always check at the bottom right too.
Oh yeah, that's right. My screen's a little dark down there. It's a little hard to see, but looks like Becky could do some.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, yeah, baby. That's some good heals.
That's the good stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Very welcome.
Get up there. Empress can do it.
Yeah, the Empress can kind of like Spider-Man, like through the trees sometimes. It's really good. Yeah, like everyone has like certain paths that only they can unlock. Cause like the warrior, he's not just cards. Like he can break like, you know, he can like knock trees down and like all kinds of stuff like that. So there's places that only certain characters can reach.
That's cool. And like chests in those certain areas.
Yeah.
I just picked one up. So.
Nice.
No, it's always good to have a Shinobi on your team. Find those extra chests.
If you want them loots, Shinobi's your man.
And everyone else can probably get up here one way or another. It's just super easy when the Shinobi can do it.
Right.
Another one.
Get the donuts! I need them! Yeah, see, like, the warrior is the only who can, like, break those, like, big spikes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, he can just axe those things right down. Oh, we're doing pretty good, man. That's the part of it. Go for a ride?
Oh.
Gonna take you for a ride. I like that little medium power. Oh, I messed it up.
Aw, he went down real quick.
Man, this Dragon King is real powerful.
Yeah. One of the cool things about the Shinobi that he does, when he does his like little air combo, he can finish it off with something called a Dragon Kick. Just like this big giant just axe kick right to the face.
Oh.
It's
Oh really?
Oh yeah, that's like his kind of like combo finisher.
Wish I had a Dragon Kick.
Fraser, only you can help us here.
Man.
Yeah, so when Beck's like loading that thing up, it's so dangerous. When she leaves, the Empress leaves herself really open to attack.
Yeah, it's real good.
Tell me when you're loading it, then
That's like stuff you can like communicate and stuff like that. Yeah, so like you have to like get all the big thorn things down, and then it'll
when you're about to use a code, like
applesauce.
and then
Hit her in the back. Okay, I'm not confused anymore.
Got back up there.
Oh, yeah.
I keep getting confused. Oh no!
Oh, I got hurt.
I got bodied. I got bodied.
Banana breading, please. Yeah. Go. I think I'm out of banana bread.
Yeah, we gotta knock the thorns down first.
Oh, the ones.
Is that not hurting them at all?
Yeah, unless the flower's open, I think doesn't get hurt.
And you have to knock these down over here?
Yep.
For it to open?
Oh, I need another thing off the ground and I think it's that.
Where are you? I'm out of juice.
I'm sorry, I like legitimately in love with this code thing.
Well, it just makes sense. What else are you going to say?
No, that's true.
Guess I should berserk.
Yeah, I'm trying to take advantage of that.
When you're in berserk, hold down and you let go of the charge attack.
Okay, I'm trying that now.
Ah, stuff along the ground. We gotta be careful. We don't have much. Naked bodies much.
Next person who dies, of course, they.
Yeah, if you see that bar in the bottom of the screen, that's basically our survival bar. And you do not want that to run out. I'm trying to like focus on heals right now. So pardon the lessened damage output for me. Oh my god! When things are like getting panicky, it's hard to keep the buttons going. It really is.
Yeah, you gotta get committed to the muscle.
Oh boy.
This flower keeps healing all the time.
I think the real part is actually the part underneath.
Oh, I see. Something like
Burninate!
Oh,
yeah!
Was that a dragon surge?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I was saving that, and then I thought,
boy!
In the nick of time.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
you thought that first quest was easy.
Yeah, see, I told you, this game
Literal
doesn't hold your hands
Yeah.
at all. We're all confused. We are all confused.
There. Phew.
Oh wait, what was my light? Hang on, I have a light spell. What was my light spell? What was my light spell? Shine. X, Y, X, A.
Oh, too late. There, you fell to the bottom. Oh my god.
Is that lit up for you guys too?
Yep.
Kill me.
Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna have some too.
Anyone else in healing?
Hey, that didn't even.
I do.
Looks like
I
yeah, looks like Empress does.
Hurt.
Where did you go, Becky? You were
Oh, I did.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, so that bar in the bottom middle, you called that your survival meter?
Yeah, basically when that runs out, game over.
And why is it, what is it?
It's combined.
So the higher level you are, the more it drains when you die.
Oh, deaths drain it. Alright. See, I've been looking at that thinking that was my health for a long time.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
it's a trap.
Paralyzed trap.
At least it wasn't a mimic.
Oh, we're running out of time, kids. We gotta.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, why are you guys screwing around down there?
Yeah,
We're gonna get the items!
Screw around! No! Screw around!
As long as you guys make it to the end, it's okay, right? I don't have to get there.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, just somebody does.
Who died? Somebody died?
Who would do that? Who would
Oh
die?
my god!
my god, you were
died.
so
Die.
because there was an ogre.
Oh, she was alone.
I was
And
by
there was an
myself.
ogre.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Oh no!
Why?
We didn't even get to see it because you're out like off.
It was
by
just
yourself.
the same ogre that, like, it was just.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You were trying to.
Why would anybody let me go on by myself? I blame you all.
Well, we ran out of time. I was trying to rush toward the end.
Oh man, that just goes to show you.
We're gonna have
Like,
to buy the game
that just
to
goes
find out what happens.
to show you how crazy this gets.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, that was funny. That was funny.
In her defense, we did say everybody get to the end.
Yeah, I was going to the end.
Like,
I was
yeah,
going to the
making
end.
the bum
Not
rush
wanting
to the
get
end, yeah.
before time run out.
Oh man. Speaking of time, let's see, where's our time? Okay. I don't know if we have time for another run.
Well, we started a little late. Are we gonna
We
stretch
did.
it out, or are we gonna cut it off at 1?
ちょっと1時間ずらして大丈夫?
No.
No.
Okay.
We got our hard cutoffs.
Maybe we should do a little Q&A then.
Yeah. So we'll take this
And we'll let's get some
opportunity.
impressions.
Yeah, so
And then do
we
Q&A.
had a success, we had a failure.
It wasn't a failure. It was,
This close,
it was
it
an
was so close.
experience. It's
It was
so
an
that
experience.
the
It was a
audience.
failure.
It's so that the audience can
Yes,
see what it looks
yes.
like on their own later. You have to see what losses look like.
This is true. This is very true.
A little bit overwhelming to jump in with 4. I think that spending some time in their single player would help with that.
Oh, for sure.
Because jumping in with 4 with all that, like half the time you don't know what glowing thing is your thing and what
Right.
glowing things
Yeah,
are other
it's
people's
like
things.
it gets chaotic, especially when
Yeah.
there's a bunch of enemies on the screen. It can get pretty chaotic. It can get
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So I would imagine I would want to spend some time on my own with each character and then jump in with friends.
I'd expect
Now,
most people will probably do.
Now, it could be your own character. It could be one of the others. Was there any character that's kind of stood out to you as like particularly interesting that you'd want to give it like a first go?
Flame cannon?
I don't know who you normally recommend to people as like the first character you play with, but
Like Empress, she's
really approachable.
She's a very balanced, like attack-oriented character.
Yeah.
So I think she's very good for people who aren't really like, this isn't like a genre they're that like experienced in or like wanna. I think she's probably the best solo friendly. Her and the Shinobi are probably the
definitely
easiest solo.
Yeah, there's one in each
characters.
pack, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna probably a little bit easier time with Empress unless you like pump Shinobi's vitality or something, which I mean absolutely you could do.
Shinobi doesn't take hits as well the Empress does.
But
he's
on
obviously
base
more
level,
nimble
right?
and
but yeah,
faster.
you have the
and stuff
freedom
like
of
that.
changing your stats.
Yeah.
too. But yeah, having the mobility and just like attack power for them is really good for solo play.
The only part I found I would need some time with is the like attaching.
Swing.
Yeah, the swing.
Swing takes a little bit. And a lot of that
It's
stuff
just a
like
specific
when
trajectory.
you do like obviously you kind of got thrown into the deep end a little bit. But like when you do like as you saw in like the Witches tutorial, you kind of get a feel for all of their major abilities in that first tutorial. So you're a bit more aware of what
you would
you're
get introduced
equipped
to
with
if you had
as you go into the initial quest. But like as you got through the first quest just fine. I think if we had like another minute or two, we would have been totally fine.
We would have been fine. I was running for the end.
It was the panic rush.
You guys made it. Why can't you just hack it and let
the end?
us win?
We'll fix it in post.
Change the screen.
But yeah, so actually let's change the screen, and we're gonna take these last few minutes we got here. You guys in the chat have been great. You've been I can feel the excitement, and I honestly cannot wait for you guys in the chat to get your hands on the game after you have a nice little sleep and all that stuff. But we're gonna take, I guess, like 5-ish minutes or so. We're gonna take some questions from you guys here, just because I know this is going to get asked. It's going live when the Switch eShop updates, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, 3 p.m. like Central Europe, CST or CET, I forget what one it is.
You've got until then to pre-order and get that striker gear.
Yes, get that if you want that striker gear. Get in the pre-purchase while you still can, because once the date changes, you're out of luck. So
I bought my
definitely
Switch specifically for this game 14 months ago.
Oh my god.
Dang, that's awesome.
Hot diggity dang. Well, thank you very much. Let's see.
I could not be more excited.
Is there a way to update weapons to use them later in the game?
There is. I'm positive.
you do obviously get new weapons and stuff all the time. There are things you can. We're not the directors. We're the localizers, so we're not
actually
always 100% up on.
Yeah.
You might be able to.
Is there a level cap?
I'm sure there's a level cap, but I don't know what it is.
Think.
Did not approach it in my test.
Oh yeah, so level you can go up to level 50. You can do
For
up
now.
to level 50.
Who knows?
Let's see.
Is the inventory shared between characters?
No, each character has their own.
Yeah, you get your own
the inventory is shared. Well, every item you get goes into your chest, which you will take stuff out. So like,
Right, I mean like between us though.
No. I think they mean between like your characters. Like on that mission, I picked up a tome and I got a sword, which obviously I can't use in the Shinobi.
Right.
But what if I switch
within your
within
your single system? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. You can put stuff in your storage. Like Andrew said, he got a tome as the Shinobi, which he could put in his storage, and then when he uses the witch later, boom, there you go. You got that. Will the physical version have all the content included on the cartridge, or will it come with a code? So it has all the game itself has all the 4 characters in there, and then the striker gear and the DLC obviously will be as codes.
2 codes. Yeah, but those are for the bonus content. The 2 game packs will be both on the cart.
Are you going to be able to battle against all kinds of mythological creatures? Absolutely.
Mr. Matthew.
Kritzkrieg, I already asked that. I know the answer to that one. You have to have 4 copies of the game.
Each person has their own Switch and their own copy of the game to play multiplayer, be it local or online.
Drops auto-shared, so everyone will get their own drops.
Yeah, because I didn't get like a tome, but he did.
Yeah.
And I would saw like, I would get an item and you would get different, even from like the regular chests. In the mission. So, but you'll get your own stuff. You don't have to worry about it. You might be. Matt got the super rare Dragonite drop. I don't think any of the rest of us did.
How long us can play?
Forever.
How long is the game?
It really depends on how many times you go back and replay quests.
For sure.
And how much you want to grind.
Story,
if you
just that would probably take a while.
Yeah, this is not a fast game. This will take probably a couple dozen hours, I'd say.
Okay.
Easily.
If you try to rush through stuff, I have a feeling you will. Well, they've changed the balance a bit, but I have a feeling you might have a hard time getting through some of the story quests eventually. If you don't spend
12
some time
hours
doing
per
optional
character. 12 hours like per character run, or 12 hours?
I'm not even comfortable saying.
It's hard
right
to say.
I have not done the journey, especially with the new patch. Like, I think it's really going to come down to that.
As I see people asking about like future content. Obviously, with this season pass for the additional quests, you can get the Dragonblood Village quest that will be available on release day, and then we have already announced there's a new storyline called the Dragonblood Bandit, which is a series of quests. Like the Dragonblood Village that's available today for us, well tomorrow for you guys, is a standalone quest, just one thing, and then the Dragonblood Bandit scenario is. I forget exactly how many, but it's a series of quests. It's about 10 or so.
10 or 11 quests.
Series
those
of
will
quests
be integrated throughout the game.
Yes.
Too,
so it tells a whole new story that you will find out when that comes out. That is planned for late March. Right around the time that the physical version comes out. Other than that, we'll see what happens.
Can you tell people to make more characters? I will give you more money.
We'll see what happens.
We'll
see what happens.
Okay.
See what
Are there
happens.
plans for DLC characters like Mighty Golem?
Nothing that we can announce yet. As far as DLC goes, those are the only things we can say definitively at this point in time.
Physical March release the
26th of March. Yep, and that's North America and Europe.
Gotcha.
And so I'm gonna take like another question or two, and then we're gonna wrap this up here.
When can I get the album?
Hopefully sooner rather than later. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And final question.
Kritzkrieg, that's not a question. Banned.
Dragon Mark for Death questions, not Gunvolt questions. I will do that another time.
So yeah, if you want the physical edition with the Striker Gear and additional story, can you give the codes from the physical edition to somebody else? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you already have them, absolutely.
That's definitely a good point. Yeah, you can.
Codes are good on any Switch, so.
When's the next Splatoon update?
Ask the Squid Kids. The Squid Kids know. Well, guys, unfortunately, our time for the stream is up. Fraser,
Thanks
Becky,
for having
thank
us
you guys
on the show.
so much for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
I've been waiting 10 years to play this. It was so great to have been able to get my hands on it.
For you.
Since day minus.
Yeah, this
it's so soon, guys.
This was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. You know, I'll be on the Twitter sphere. You know, listen to what you guys got to say. So, just enjoy the game.
Don't listen too quick. Weird shit gets said on the Twitter sphere.
Maybe not too much. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Andrew and I will be back again in 2 weeks for the next Hangin at Inti HQ live stream. So until then, on behalf of Andrew, Fraser, Becky, I am Matt. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.